How long has culture been in the front of mind, and how has that been like? Because I think, from what I can tell, is culture should have always been there, but I feel like with the shift of the workforce,
Hmm.
people are going to really elevate it who never have elevated this
Yeah.
before. And that's going to separate you from everybody else because you've been doing that. So could you talk about that?
Yes. So I will say back in, the olden days, the early days, I think culture was just what happened because we were small. We were small and we were co-located and there were maybe 30 employees around the time that I started. So culture was made up of who was there and what we all kind of naturally talked about. And that was just like a byproduct of the people. And that was okay. But you start to see behaviors or traits or actions that aren't right for you. But if you don't have a really intentional culture, then I don't think that you have the language to for sure identify it. And so it, again, was iterative to kind of say, like, is that who we are? Is that who we want to be? When we went to remote work, I think that's when we had to get really serious because suddenly you're not running into each other at the break room. Suddenly you're not taking a walk to go grab lunch together. A lot of those moments don't exist. And so you have to think about who do you want to be? How do you want to show up? And what's really important? And also like what's okay and what's not okay when you work here. I remember reading a quote or hearing a talk where somebody said, your work culture isn't what the CEO says it is. It's not what you have on a poster on the wall. Your work culture is what people are going to tell their friends and family when they're at the pub after work. And somebody says, what is it like to work there? Or what is it like to work with that person? You're hoping that they say some of the things that you would want to put on the poster or that, the leaders want to say. But I think it's being intentional in that way. And what I found is cultivating a space where people feel psychologically safe, which means they can speak up, they can disagree, they can bring ideas forward. And it creates a more creative space, more innovation. And I think that's a huge part of our culture that's been essential for this remote model to really thrive. Because again, anybody can bring an idea forward. And a lot of times they're going to be closer to the problem or to the problem to solve than I would be. That has helped us stay, I think, innovative and on the cutting edge of finding better solutions. And so again, there's a really linear business reason to do it. And also, we're going to spend 30% of our lives working. That's the stat that I've seen. I don't want to be a different person at work than I am when I'm with, my friends and family. And I don't want to have to feel like I'm sacrificing one for the other. I want it to be integrated. And for me, that means creating a culture where we can enjoy each other, enjoy the environment, and feel like we have an opportunity to thrive together.
I think that's beautiful.